You and me, girl. Or there might be people in here with their stuff hidden. It says it's just you and me. You and me. Me and you. Hanging until my friend picks me up. Hey, where are you going? Hey, that girl, Nikki. Where's your friend? Are you guys going to lunch? Doing dinner? The pool, maybe? We're going to get pizza and then her house. Yay! Love it. You're getting out today. Hey, Miss Lady, how are you? Happy Wednesday. Everyone loves Levi. How are we? How are we? Thank you for all the love, Kelly. How you doing, gorgeous? How are you? Did you mean to come up? Nope, she didn't.
Hey, how you doing? Get back.
Oh, so now I don't know. Did you mean to come up or you didn't mean to come up? I thought you didn't, so I dropped you because I didn't want you to be up here if you ain't know it and stuff. Us to be all in your house. Here, there. I sent the invite, so then if you wanted to be up here, you can. Because then I heard, hey, okay. How you doing, ma'am?
Hey, I was trying to come up. I was just getting attacked by my son's dog.
Oh, okay. Happy Wednesday. How you doing?
I'm doing okay. I'm assuming I'm doing okay. I'm hot. Don't want to work out today. Just hot.
I'm sorry.
I just wanted to tell you congratulations, though, and then you could drop me back down. Ain't never
Oh,
my
thank
fault.
you, gorgeous. I appreciate it. I really appreciate it. You're amazing, and congratulations to wasn't you had your son, right?
Yeah, he just graduated.
Yes, congratulations to him. Thank you,
Thank you.
Callie. I will put you back down. Make your day as amazing as you are, and I hope you cool off so you can get your little workout on. I'm
Right, because I need it.
when I grow up, I'm gonna be just like you. So then they can't talk
Ain't
bad
no
about me
problem.
no more.
Oh, they talk bad about me too. You might don't want to do it. You might don't want to do it then.
Well, girl, you know what? I feel like when evil spirits talking bad about you, that is the flex. So you winning anyway.
I promise you, I love it because all they can do is talk, and I love that. Just talk.
Right. Some people
That
make
lets
a
you know you're
hobby
doing
out of it.
something right. I'm telling you, that just lets you know you're doing something right when you have people talking.
Absolutely, and so are you. Keep doing it. I love
Okay.
you, baby. Make your day as amazing as you, and thank you for the
I love you
congratulations.
too. You're welcome.
Y'all are the best. Am well. Hey, girl. What's going on? Dirita Ann, welcome in. So friends are catching up on a Wednesday. Join the casual chat. Hey, exotic babe. I'm coming up in a minute. Okay, well, I am ready for it. Yes, ma'am. Oh, here we go. Welcome in, welcome in. Hey, Siani. Hey,
Girl, I be
True
so
Beauty.
scared to come up here.
Why? Why is you scared?
Let me tell y'all, I'll tell y'all more about me since there's only 5 people in here. But I am a professional. Y'all can see my bio. I'm an accountant. I work for a very big company. I don't want no smoke with nothing. I just be liking to comment, you know.
But today you wanted to come up.
I do. I did want to talk about well, first of all, I saw the Carmelo Anthony outcome, and I hated it. It's so much of what we were talking about yesterday. So for one, I want to commend you for tackling that, because that was something that even if it was 30 of us needed to kind of discuss in a group
Right.
setting and get different people's point of view. But second of all, I wanted to come back and say that the outcome is what I'm so disappointed in. That's what the race factor and all of that got to do with it. Because, like I said, earlier in when I was typing, just because you're a bad person, you should get the same outcome. If you're a bad black person, do something bad as a black person, you shouldn't get a healthier outcome, which I feel in the Carmelo situation, most of us feel like his outcome was just too big. You know what I mean?
Right. And there was a similar case of a young white man who got less years for the same crime, but also touches back to different states and different laws and different
Mhm.
shit. I
Yeah.
hate that he was in Texas. I don't think that helped at also. Since you brought it up, we can get off topic for a little bit. We was gonna have to circle back to this anyways. And
Mhm.
anyway, Abby wanted to do Mandela effect, so hopefully she can come back in here. But I did also yesterday it came across my desk that there was a picture of the what is this Metcalf? That's the other boy. Is a picture of his father, the judge, the DA. Like they were at a house party like a year or 2 years prior to this case.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
personally, in those regards, the judge should have recused himself because obviously he has a personal relationship with the family, which causes like it's a
Bias.
conflict of interest.
Yeah. Yeah. Mhm.
The judge in my son's case like waited till the last minute to recuse herself because she says she knew the attorney on the opposing side. So regardless of jury or not, those little things true. The had the judge recused himself, then that would have started things back in a different direction, and there may have been a different jury selection. You know, once the judge recuses themselves, you kind of go back to not square one per se. Like the case is still moving in that direction, but you have a new judge. And the judge did have lots of says. The judge gave all the direction to the jury. So if the judge had a relationship with the family, then he absolutely should have recused himself. Hey, exotic babe. So there's that part. True, while I understand that the attorneys picked the jury and that the jury, I understand all of that. If there still was mismanagement in the case, and that judge had relationship with that family, then under ethics he should have recused himself. He should have not tried that case. I'm not talking about the jury. We already had a conversation about the jury yesterday. If the judge, I mean, that's just, I would be pissed as hell. I mean, I guess it depends on what side of the fence you're on, right? Because I'm sure Metcalf's parents were happy they were friends with the judge and the DA and everybody else who was handling the case because they'd get a fair shot, right? Because the judge and all those people, those are the people who talk to the jurors behind the scenes.
Mhm.
I don't know. If I
I
was Metcalf's parents, the fact that I had a relationship with the judge would be fucking amazing. If I'm Carmelo Anthony's parents, the fact that Metcalf's parents have a relationship with the judge is not okay, right?
He should have recused himself. That's just point blank. Period. If he had a relationship.
I saw pictures. Now, this is alleged. We'll say allegedly because MonTeesMama ain't look into that. Last night, I was, 35 years with the ability and time to do maybe half of that still means that that boy is being sentenced to as many years as he's been on this earth. And no matter how you look at the case or anything else, the loss of life and the loss of, for both of these boys, I said it yesterday. They were both, high ranking students and student athletes. It takes a lot to do all of those things. And that's two probably successful children who had the ability to be successful children whose lives have been taken in two different ways, both horrific and tragic.
You hit the nail on the head with an impulse reaction. Their lives were taken away, and that is sad. It's definitely sad for Metcalf, but it's also sad for Carmelo, right? And but we need to like when we're parenting, I try to teach my kids this all the time. Their impulse reaction is not okay. Like we have to start teaching it early because that could lead to just too much. You know what I mean? Take a deep breath, walk away, think about it, and then come back. And I think that's what what's the girl name? True said yesterday, like, why didn't he walk away? Because we are taught to act on our impulses. We are very well, we're not taught that, but we're young. Our frontal cortex isn't developed, and we act on our impulses. It takes a lot to not act on those impulses, even as an adult, right?
Absolutely. Absolutely. And I think that a lot of people don't take into consideration. I mean, that was the for every action, there's a reaction and cause and effect. And, it depends on what type of. To me, it looks like, the school they're going to, both of these boys come from good homes. They both have two-parent households. That's not something that I come from. That's like that video, take a step forward if your parents are still married. Both of these children are in court with their parents, still two-parent households, right? So from where I'm looking at it, these children are living more of a middle class, privileged life, both of them white and black. It doesn't matter. They're both living in that same area, taking advantage of the same education in the same spaces. So they're not equal, obviously, because we have a black and a white child, but they both are over there. Where I'm from in the hood, like, we know that for every action there's a reaction. You better be damn careful that you don't lose your life out here. And that could be for looking at somebody funny, let alone trying to bully somebody up out of a tent or doing all this extracurricular shit that these kids be on. That's why I don't understand. And I was saying yesterday, back in my day, like, if you were doing shit like that, you were ready to take the ass whooping for it, right? Like, that's how that works. And these kids, they got weapons, they got other shit.
They definitely shouldn't have weapons, but I think that they shouldn't have weapons. The ass whooping type of thing, that's what I'm used to. You doing something, you might get your ass whooped. But the weapons thing, to me, I think that's media driven. I don't think his parents was teaching them to cut back, but they might have enforced some of those thinkings by what they're watching or seeing. You know what I mean? We have to be very careful, and I'm
I
not
don't
blaming his
even think
parents.
like I also think like for somebody carrying what is it, pokey in my neighborhood, like they carry pew pews or whatever, right? Like
Yeah.
Texas, there was comments on the Facebook article. I mentioned that yesterday that a lot of the parents and other people had said that yeah, they're not supposed to, but even like these little, they're out there in the country. They carry pocket pokies like just as like we carry change or whatever, you know what I'm saying, like keys, like they're how people have out here may have mace or pepper spray attached to
Yeah.
their keys. These young boys get their little pocket pokies
Like
at
a
10 and
pocket
they,
knife. Yeah.
yeah, that's what it's meant. It's for the pocket. You throw it in your pocket with your wallet and all of the other things. I don't know. It
Now, why
wasn't
he
the
used that as a defense mechanism, I don't know. You know what I mean? I'm just saying, like, we have to be careful in how we're teaching our kids to handle their impulses. And that starts at an early age. I mean, my girls are 5 and 6. Their impulses is throw tantrums, right? We shouldn't meet that all the time with violence. We have to teach them a different way. But that's me learning. That ain't how my mama taught me now. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
So,
Arlita, that video you sent me, that's out here. They did that in Grant Park in Chicago, burning the crosses. Yeah, that's definitely a big thing happening out here. The community is definitely like, they're talking about Chicago better stand up, like they're trying to take us back 100 years and we better do something. But that cross that's burning, that video, I'm sorry, I just saw it. I saw your comments on, but I sent you the video this morning. That's in my neck of the woods. Oh, I lost Am Will. Where'd she go? Mm-hmm. Did you mean to drop, baby? Yes, that shit is so in my neck of the woods. Oh, yeah, shit. I got a lot of
No,
people.
not. Thought I sent you, but I think I saved it. But it was somebody that personally knew that child's the kid that got murked or whatever. That personally knew that family or whatever, and said that their own father was a bully, and you're a product of your environment. So I feel like, and on top of that, the judge was also friends with the family. So why didn't he excuse himself from that case and not take that case and pass it on to another judge? But again, he was not going to get a fair trial anyway. As a black person sitting on the outside of this, he wasn't going to get a fair trial anyway. They were already looking to, yeah.
That was
the
Like
whole
discussed in
thing
here
of charging
yesterday.
a kid as an adult, to me, is kind of system. It's kind of messed up. Like, you know what I mean? Like, we know gonna act on impulses to say at 17, up they should have known better. Where is that? You know what I
But
mean? Who's saying
but
that?
then again, at the end of the day, though, as us black people, we're not going to get a fair trial no matter what we do. No matter what we do. So I don't give a fuck about all that other shit. Let's keep it a buck. We're not going to ever get a fair trial. We're always seated in the hot seat. Just like me and Desiree have been painted to be just mean black women, or me being mean. We're never going to get a fucking, well, why can't that just be it? Black people are never going to get a fucking fair ass trial. Miss me with everything else. Everything else. We're not. We
What
never have.
my
We
question is like
never
what
have.
in what your opinion what would have been a fair outcome for Carmelo Anthony?
To at least have people look, and they didn't even to be honest with you, true, since you didn't really look into it, they didn't even talk to all the witnesses, let alone they cherry picked what witnesses they wanted to talk to. There's a lot of discrepancies within this case.
Okay,
So
but
at
that's
the
not
end of
my
the
question
day,
though. What in
I
your
don't care about
opinion,
your
what would have
question.
been a
I just said
fair
what I said.
what would your view of a fair
Either
trial have
way,
been? What would have been a fair outcome?
them talking to everybody in that
It's a
motherfucker that
fair
was
question, I think, though. What
the
on
people
the
that
side
they should
of
have talked to every witness. They should have had every, they didn't do that though.
okay, Ray, see, we're getting somewhere. Manslaughter, no more than 5 years.
I wouldn't even say that. I like less than 5 years. But they're not gonna do that with a black person.
35 is super excessive. The fact that it's 35, he has the ability to possibly do half and see the parole board and get out, but
I don't even think they're gonna do that. It's
half
just
is
we're
as
not
many
gonna be
years as he's
fair.
been on this earth. And when we're sentencing our young people to as many years as they've been on this earth, that's a fucking issue.
Okay, so here's my next question. If someone did that to your child or Aislinn, what would you have wanted to happen?
Throw some motherfucking hands. What you mean? What I want for it to happen? If a
What
kid be
would
a,
you if it was
I
your
just
if your
said it.
child
I
was
just
in
said it. Throw some fucking hands.
See, here's the
Throw
thing
those
though, like
hands.
as a parent who's been in those shoes, right?
Throw those hands. You better learn how
And
to throw some
the
hands.
child that took my child's life didn't do it with a pokey, right? But regardless, if we're looking at this as some shit that got out of hand, like it's still the same situation, and my son's still on the other side of the ground for it. So
this wasn't accidental though, Ray.
there's that
And it
fact.
wasn't premeditated either.
It
So
wasn't.
what are we saying?
I can say, and I told Monty in his life, like if anybody ever took his life from him, like I would hunt their entire family, dig their granny up, and put her back in her grave. I mean, just to keep it a buck, I love my kids down real bad. That's what I'm saying. Like in this situation,
It's a lot.
you have a young man who
Oof.
was bullied and had to take this level, right? And
But then
self-defense,
also,
that's what we teach our kids. Like, I don't know, I grew up on that. You got to make them hit you first shit. And if he would have hit him first and maybe Carmelo Anthony, they would have fought and dude would have fell and hit his head like the little story Nicole Hardy was trying to tell about how her son ended up in prison, right? And it was an accidental death. Like, that makes it a whole different type of story. But in Texas, these boys carry pocket pokies, right? And I'm sure, like, I swear I remember from the beginning of this that there was stuff with these Metcalf twins and they were bully ass dudes and they
yes,
do the whole two on one
it's from my.
bullshit.
That's the video I meant to send you. It came from a lady in the courtroom that knows the father personally and said that their father was also the same type of way. Like it starts in the home. So,
On
and
top
then
of the
the
fact
other,
that you have a family that's hanging out with judges and DAs at Christmas parties in their home, their children
exactly,
are obviously knowing that this is who my parents rub elbows with.
exactly.
That's kind of
So
like
they're
being
gonna,
the daughter or the son of
exactly.
the chief of police or the pastor or
And then you have those same
So
people sitting up there trying.
the judge didn't decide if he was guilty or not. That was the jury.
It
And the
doesn't
judge didn't do the
matter. I
sentencing.
think you're
The
still missing
jury
my point.
did.
You're gonna piss me the fuck off because that doesn't matter.
It does
The
matter
judge
though.
should have excused himself
Well,
from
here's the
that.
thing, True. When when the whole trial starts, right? If the judge knows that this is a family he does Christmas with, the day that the trial started, he should have recused himself because he has a personal relationship with his family. It's unethical for him to
I
sit a
agree.
fucking case that he has a personal relationship with. That should have happened before jury selection, right?
Absolutely.
So all this,
Absolutely.
well, the jury decides, okay, understood, but that judge should have never been sitting on that case from day one. When he walked in the courtroom
That's what
and
I'm
he
trying
saw
to
this
say though.
family,
With jury
he
selection, it's not the judge's call. The lawyers they get a selection of juries, right? They go through, they
They
look at
can't
their
pick those
background,
juries.
and they pick the jury.
Yeah, all white cast.
I mean, it's not, the judge has a say so. It's not that the judge has no say so in the jury selection. The judge approves
The
the jury
judge's
selection.
job in
The
that
judge,
trial was to sit there and make sure everyone acted accordingly.
Mm,
that's not the,
mm,
you think that's the judge's job? He's just the referee?
In that situation, yes, that's
No,
oh,
exactly
ma'am,
what
that's
it
not
is.
how it works. True. I think you need to look up on like law and how it works. The
that's not
judge
how it works.
definitely has say so in the jury selection. They might call 200 people in. The judge has seen what those 200 people are. The judge can send people away before they ever get to be selected on the jury. By the time that the attorneys make their selection, the judge has already made his selection.
You love Minecraft, right?
The
No,
judge,
I'm not.
I
This
mean,
is my hand. Freaking punching wood.
Like I
the
said, I
judge
don't
is the
disagree
one
that the judge
handing
should have
out the
recused himself,
instructions
but
to
they
the
did
jury.
do due diligence to level that out.
But it's to me, and this is how I'm just looking at it from my perspective as being an all black woman and probably one of the most still underlined racist places, and just in the state that he's in alone,
And then
he wasn't
Princess
going to get a
Crystal is
fair trial.
predominantly white. So remember
Exactly.
that.
Exactly. It wasn't going to be fair.
So
And
then
that's
that
why there's
brings me back to
a
my
lot of
question.
outrage. But to be fair, it should have, like I said, they should have talked, the trial still should be going on. They should have talked to all the witnesses that were involved. They should have
Okay.
brought everybody to the stand and talked to everybody involved. They didn't do that. They decided who they wanted to talk to and bring to the stand. So again, it wasn't going to be fair, because if it was fair, they would have had everybody up there and the trial would still be going on.
No,
I
but
don't
the
I
dog.
don't know.
So like the ending day of it is that
What
Metcalf
you
lost
got?
his life. He lost his life,
Oh
and
Lord.
there was no way that Carmelo Anthony was going to walk away without any charges.
Exactly. He
So
was going to
Ray
get, it
saying
was going to be,
manslaughter and no more than 5, like, you know, on top of the fact that even if this was your child, he gets manslaughter. No matter how many years he does in prison, that charge is going to follow him for the rest of his life. That grade point average, all of his success, throw that out the window. He
yeah, it's
now
going
has
to,
a fucking background of being manslaughter. His job opportunities, career opportunities, successful opportunities have now been diminished terribly because no matter what, like colleges, any of those options off the table. He's
I
not going
still
to be
think
able
it's
to.
crazy after they convicted him. Also, that they just wanted to throw up his mugshot after they didn't want no news reporting on nothing. I'm glad there's people on the internet posting other things about how happy he was, what he was before then. He was never a problematic child. So, like, that, and that's another thing that they love to do. So, I think that bothers me too. But you guys say it's the media, but that's literally what they do to us black folks on a daily basis.
That's a very big thing. Trial by media. This is something that I bring up a lot when we're talking about our lives. Is that when someone throws up a false accusation, that the once the people believe it, there's not a lot of coming back from it, and that is what we call trial by media. And that's the really fucking unfortunate part about it.
It's just,
My question was if what you guys thought would have been a fair outcome, and had it been your child whose life was taken, what would you have wanted to be a fair outcome for the person that took
To
their
be
life?
perfectly honest, I mean, having been here, to be perfectly honest, I lean with Ray. The 5 years, probably that's a little too lenient in my opinion, because from what I'm seeing in Texas, he gets to do half and hit the parole board. So if somebody had a stabbed my son in the heart and then he's facing trial and whatnot, and this is still the same scenario, I would think manslaughter 15 with the ability to go to parole at 7.5 or whatever. If that's how it works in Texas, right?
That's
I'm
how
going
it should
based
have
off what
been.
I've read, and that's how it works in Texas. So whatever time they said the 35, he'll be eligible to go to parole in 17.5.
But
So I'm
also,
guessing it's a half.
I also heard that because since the judge was so close to these people or whatever, they can file an appeal and get a retrial.
That's probably
They
what's going to happen is they're going to file an appeal.
they're gonna have to.
Eligible for parole is 17.5 years, but Texas always denies the first appeal. So yeah, so instead of like the 35 years, and he'd be eligible at 17.5. You're asking what we believe in our own whatevers. MonTeesMama haven't been here, and those people still had to bury their child, right? However the fuck we got here. If it's manslaughter, 15 with the ability to go at 7.5 if they deny the first one, or 12 and the ability to go at 6. But I feel like the boy shouldn't do no more than 7.5, 8 years in prison. That's how much time people, do for lesser
Right.
shit.
I don't
But this
disagree. 15 years would have been a fair outcome.
I mean, I said 15 at first, but Ray is from the area and knows a little bit more. And she said usually they deny the first appeal. So if that's how that fucking works, manslaughter is 10 and below. He deserves no more than 5. I don't even think that. Okay, so if manslaughter would have given him 10 or below, I thought it said 15 or below. But thank you for being local and having. I'm from Seattle, but just got back from living in Texas. Okay, Ray. But thank you for having some, on the ground ass information about how it works out there. Cause
right,
just like the
I
shit with our leader and Desiree and the situation in Portland, if people aren't realizing at this point that things work different in different states, everybody handles it different, which is another reason why the South Carolina Chow shit, where they wouldn't bring Chow's past into it, but then they're trying to bring Carmelo's past into something in Texas. These are different states operating in different ways.
right,
However, it's definitely making it, especially how these things, let's not, I mean, while we're on conspiracy and whatever, I believe, just for whatever it's worth, all this shit, like, these trials didn't just happen coincidentally in the same fucking week.
right.
We are holding Chow's and Carmelo Anthony's trials in the same fucking week, not to have
I
the
know.
outcome they're getting. They're
It's the
trying
same
to
thing
incite
with
the shit.
the what I talked about earlier with the Menendez brothers and the OJ trial, how OJ got off and he didn't get any time, and so they took that out on the Menendez brothers, and that's why when the retrial happened, they threw out basically all the defending evidence for the Menendez brothers.
Well, OJ's is different. He didn't fit the glove. My mother has that whole tape on trial. So we uh was there some other stuff that had I think it was OJ's son, but that's neither here or there. But it definitely wasn't OJ. But my mother has that whole tape on trial still
Ray
on
said he
VHS.
didn't do it, he just
So
orchestrated it. I'm just
yeah.
saying.
Right. It was his son. I believe that wholeheartedly, but OJ's no longer with us, so that's put to the
I'm
ground.
not saying that he was guilty or not. I'm saying that the fact that people were outraged that there was no recourse for that situation caused so much uproar in the community with those celebrities getting away with whatever, that is why they were so hard on the Menendez brothers.
Well, the Menendez brothers did what they did because, and I still think they should be free because I would have hurt my daddy too. Put me all through that and hurt me, and my mama just sitting up
Absolutely.
there. There's a difference,
My
baby. There's a
point is that
completely
the
difference.
outrage from one trial spilled over to the other trial, and it
No,
may or may not have
Miss
made things
Lady,
unfair.
OJ didn't do it, but that's another topic for discussion. But he didn't
I'm
do
not
it.
saying he was
I'm,
guilty. I'm saying
I'm
that
not
the
talking to you
outrage
two. I
from
said
that
Miss
trial.
Lady. I was saying Miss Ladies because you said
Oh,
earlier OJ did it. I said no, he didn't do it.
yeah, that's neither here nor there. I'm just saying trial caused a lot of spillover for the other one, and they made an example out of the Menendez brothers for letting OJ go. It's kind of the same situation. How Monty's mama was saying, it's not a coincidence these trials happened at the same time.
Yeah, a lot of things are happening at the same time. I've seen a couple of other things this morning that I'm just, yeah. At the end of the day,
Context, it changes everything. Ray, say it again.
yeah, a lot, and it's just not gonna be there. It's just one of those things that a lot of Black folks have to sit with all the time.
Yeah, I was talking to Ashley. Do you remember Monty's mama, my sister, who lives in Texas? She has lived in Houston for like the last 10 years with her kids. And we were really talking about how because I asked her, I was like, what is it like down there for the kids? Like, what is the race thing? And there was a lot of eye-opening stuff.
There's a lot of eye-opening stuff.
I
I feel like
wonder what
everywhere.
happened because my phone like juked up and I was muted up for a minute, and then now you can say, "I'm sorry. What are we talking about today?" I threw us off course.
You did throw.
What
It
did
was a
I
very,
miss?
very blue city for Texas.
Yeah, that part of Texas is pretty blue. The rest of it,
Texas is horrible for black men. I mean, really.
I think anywhere down south is horrible for Black folks in general. Uh, Even up here on the Pacific Northwest side, there's still some places here, like I tell you all about, that as most Black people here don't travel to. There's some
Idaho.
people, Black people that live out there, and some don't. But yeah, you can always
Yeah, you
still
don't go to
see different.
Spokane and you don't go to Idaho
There's just
around here.
certain parts where you're not supposed to go, or you don't even travel to. Like, people don't even believe there's still sundown towns, and there's still a lot of them. You just gotta be
And
aware. It's just sad all the way around. Oh my, Josiah.
the thing is, if the sundown towns didn't exist, then they wouldn't have maps for them for people to travel. So there's that.
Right. It's just, I think this whole thing is just sad all the way around.
It is. It's really it's tragic. But that was my thoughts on it after everything yesterday. Is that those were my questions of like, what would you have thought would have been a fair outcome, and if it was your child who lost their life, what would you have wanted the outcome to
I
be?
also believe that like the loss of life is I learned that with Monty and going through that, like once your child is like they didn't call Monty by his name anymore. That's why Monty's name and saying his name, and that's why you parents who lose their children and it's say their name because their name they don't become a name anymore.
Mhm.
Your child becomes a toe tag number, an insurance claim number, a number, a number. Monty became a number. There were people I would call to try to handle shit within the first week of his life, and they're looking for numbers. And I'm like, look, I have his social security number, I have his birthday. Like, that wasn't enough. Your child becomes a number. So,
Same, Will. Same. I agree with you. Yeah.
yeah. I mean, I personally, prison is not where it's at. I mean, if you take somebody on any level, let's just use Carmelo Anthony as an example. This young man, regardless whether he got into a little scuffle with a bully and pulled out a pokey or whatever, he still was 17, now 19 years old, right? He's about to go into a maximum security penitentiary in
With grown
Texas
men.
That's excessive.
with grown ass men who are in maximum security situations. However much time he spends in prison is going to change his life for the rest of his natural born life. He
It's
will
not gonna
not
be the
be, the
same.
innocence that he may walk in with, he's going to walk out an entirely different person. And that person could be a monster.
Right.
By the time he gets out, he may have to become a monster to have survived the years that he's been in there.
Right.
I don't,
To protect
prison isn't,
himself.
I don't see rehabilitation coming out of prison. Prison is just, I mean, I guess what they say, another form of slavery. It's another moneymaker.
Yeah,
Mm.
that's
And I
like a
think that you
whole
a
nother.
whole nother topic
Yep.
for a whole nother day. We're
Yep.
supposed to be on the Mandela effect. I mean, but I get it. I was kind of nervous about how today was going to go because with the sentence being handed down yesterday, shortly after we got off this live, I knew people still wanted to talk about it. Freak it. We are talking about the Carmelo Anthony trial. We're piggybacking off yesterday. We were supposed to be talking about conspiracy theories, but our conversation yesterday was the Carmelo Anthony trial. And a lot of people in here, with the verdict being handed down yesterday evening, we still had a lot of emotions and we still wanted
But
to
do you
talk about
guys
it.
realize, like, with some of the Mandela effect and a lot of history is like repeating itself
They say it'll
in
repeat
different
itself until
fonts,
you
A
learn
hundred and
from it.
10%. I think
in
we've been
different
all been
fonts.
here before. I believe in the like matrix theory that like that it resets over time. I think we have been as intelligent and where we are at with technology before. And the flood, whatever that flood disaster was, it is in every single mark of history. There is a flood in so many different religions, storytellings. The flood myth is, it's
My
not
thing
just a
is with the
Christian one.
conspiracy part of it, like even the Chicago fires, that's something local to me. So the Chicago fires were my birthday, right? So there's that. But they weren't the only fires. There were so many fires around the Great Lakes on that same day. So you mean to tell me that everything just caught on fire on that day in different areas?
Right. Well, history just does definitely
Great Chicago fire,
I think we
October
get
8th.
too I'm I think we get too intelligent for our own good and it becomes our demise every single time, and there's some natural disaster that sets us back and restarts us all over again. And that's why I don't think it's time travel. I think that we have been here before with our technology and our modern whatever, and there's just little bits and pieces of it washing up here and there. There's still things that they've found in the ocean that have no explanation, but as we get further in our advances in technology in modern day, we're starting to find that, oh, this was like some form of battery. The pyramids were not tombs, they were I can't remember what, like, not wastes, but like they for energy, and they treated certain metals or something in the inside of them with like copper and everything.
well, you know, the ocean hasn't,
Way back then, folks, right? Way back then, people were more in tune with their spirit.
I think more people need to get in tune with their spirit.
No, now we live in a world that the human has completely taken the fuck over. That's why, like, even we probably did. There's in the tomb, like, there's writings on walls and with motherfucking looking like laptops and shit. They definitely
That's what
had,
I'm
you
saying.
know,
Is they keep finding things that are not supposed to be from that time, and they're like, oh, time travel, or we've just been this advanced before and had to reset because of a natural disaster or something that happened.
or if you go back into like really digging into rabbit holes, you have the Tartarians who are supposed to be responsible for all these humongous buildings that are 5 and 6 levels underground and shit. The ones with the big doors that are tall for
Giants.
giants and ask Atlantis what happened. I'm trying to tell you. So I mean, there's been mud floods. There's cities underneath our cities. I mean, all of this is being told to us. What once was conspiracy theories are now things that they are just admitting to on the Senate floor.
Right.
We're something's petri dish. That's what it is. Something brought us here, and like Robin Williams said, the
Like a
Big Bang
proven
Theory
experiment.
and the Lord God said, "Let there be light," and bang, there was light. So, are those two things the same thing, just in different fonts?
Right. Like how are we the only life? We just the only ones. Like, I believe, to me, and this is just me, I believe there's more life out there. They just want us to think that we're the only things that exist, and we're not. We never have been. There's been giants. Like they keep trying to. They wonder why we see some of these videos where like there's human form in the mountains, and you could just tell like there's statues. Like there's just so much more.
Just my own set the example. The pyramids are so precise. There's no way man alone made them that
That
long ago
part.
by hand and shit. So
Nope, it's
that part, they're
giant.
trying to tell us that even the buildings and shit, they made these intricate ass buildings like in your downtown areas that have like the intricate shit in the stone. They were making that shit while there were still horse and buggies.
Yeah, this
The
stuff with the
intricacies of,
Anunnaki and
but
everything, it's very much that things have been wiped away. There's a,
mermaids
it's
Yeah,
out
they
not one
are
of
there.
just in a
the
different realm.
pyramids in Giza, but it's another pyramid closer to the Nile that they're finding may match up to this grand library of like the world's knowledge, and it's flooded, and archaeologists have been trying to get in there to see what is going on because it's this grand maze of things. And in older writings there's this description of this wealth of knowledge, this grand library, and it fits the description almost perfectly.
I mean,
It's
there's
just
so much.
buried.
I mean, like people think there's only the Milky Way, but there's so many galaxies beyond our Milky Way that leads me to believe there's like like Ray said, there's realms. There's different realms. This is just our realm, but there's
That part
other
just fine.
realms. There's other places and spaces, and
There's a lot of
There's some
places in
shit that
Egypt
said,
that people have tried to explore, archaeologists have tried to get into, but the Egyptian government, for whatever reason, is like blocking that knowledge,
you
or
want to know
blocking
why?
people from
Because every
finding them.
time motherfuckers find some shit, then there's a war to go collect the shit so that the Vatican can throw it up underneath their basement. That's
right.
why.
That part.
That's why Egypt ain't letting them in. That's why other countries don't let nobody into their shit, because the minute that something's discovered, now there's a war to have to go get it to go bring it to the Vatican. Why do they do that?
Because knowledge is power. Knowledge is power.
And that's why the Earth realm, Raiden knew what he was talking about. You gotta take it to the Mortal Kombat world, exotic babe. Not everybody
Yes.
knows not everybody knows.
I mean, they've been
I mean,
saying
the
that for a
government
long
has
time.
said that there's aliens. They've admitted it
Well, they
There's
had no choice
different
though,
types
because
several
of
let me
times.
tell you, the
beings.
last
Well,
few years they have to admit it now. Because the last few years, even when I was at my parents' house one evening and we were standing outside, and I'm like, that those aren't stars. I've even seen it when I'm standing at work with my coworkers outside after we're off of work, and we're like, what the fuck is that? I've seen a few things, but they have to. They have to now.
That part,
It's
right?
blank. It's blatant. It's blatant. And but that's why I said there's more out there than they know. Just like there's more in the ocean than they think we know.
man, they sat on Senate floor and said that the aliens are in the ocean.
They're
And I'm
friendly.
just trying to wonder
I
how
also
They're in
believe
the
that.
the
ocean. They're in
first
the
man
air. They're
who landed on
everywhere.
the moon, he had an interview and said he never landed on the moon. That NASA is just theatrics. So I'm just blown.
Just like they thought they could live off of Mars.
Because
You can't live
knowledge
on
is
Mars.
power, and they can't control us if we know everything.
I wonder why we've been fed lies in school. Do y'all remember learning that blood is blue? Girl, I remember her. Yep, that blood is blue until it hits the
Blood is blue
oxygen and
until it
then it
hits
turns red.
oxygen.
And that is true when you look
I
at your
remember that as one of my
ultrasounds. If
birthdays
you
too.
get an ultrasound done and they're like looking for specific things, like
I mean, just like we had a conversation yesterday about how we're a part of the human race and now race is a social construct. Do you see that? I
right,
I mean, when I was in first and second grade, we're talking about the early 80s. In the early 80s, you were a part of the human race scientifically. Now in 2026, the scientific part of being no race is a social construct. You see, Pluto's no longer a planet. They
right.
play right in our faces like it, and yeah,
Because
conspiracy
knowledge is
theories 101
power.
today.
The more that the people in charge know and the less that we know, they can keep us under their thumb.
Well, they ain't keeping me under nobody's thumb. No.
Truth be told, though, like they say that we used to have the ability to wield air, and all of the things that they're doing to alter our environment. You know, bells are very. The bells are very. You know, if a bell rings over in London, that the vibrations, that energy vibration, comes all the way over here.
It's the butterfly.
The vibration, like bells, are so important, and they broke them all. There are no more bells. We don't have bells. Did you notice that?
Yeah.
When was the last time you all heard a church bell where you're at?
The only time you hear a bell is the school bell.
Yeah.
Astral projecting to the White House is prohibited, they say. Huh.
Yes. Look, do your thing.
We are benders now. Give me water bending for 300, Alex.
Think
I
about
mean, we
it. If
probably
we
You guys
could
play for a
wield
little bit.
water
We'll
and
be
were.
past
had
it because I told you guys in a couple hours.
basically these superpowers, a lot, think of
You're
it
not
like
starving.
Superman. Think of Superman, the newer Superman, but not the newest one, but the one with what's his butt from The Witcher. They were scared. They didn't know how to deal with him because he was so powerful that what happens if he changes sides? The concept of this person with all these great abilities and these great powers, what happens when he's not the good guy anymore? How do they stop him? They don't want us to have abilities because they won't be able to control us.
Right.
They've done a really great job. They've created division on every level.
Absolutely.
They divided, I mean,
Division is
what they
power
have
as well.
instilled. Exactly. They divided us men and women, and then they divided us by color, and then they divided us by religion, and then they divided us by sexual preference, and then gender, and then social construct, and they have every division.
They
You're
want
you're
us to be in
divided
these
by
little
what economic
boxes
status
to
you
keep
fit
us
in.
pushing. That's
Yeah,
why,
but
and people are like, "Oh, it's on the news, it's on your FYB." I don't watch that stuff. Like, if I want to go down a
Well,
rabbit hole, I go down a rabbit hole. But like the division in the media that they keep us. Have you guys noticed that anytime people start coming together for a common cause, that something happens that divides everyone
I'm just
again?
saying, like, I'm just saying, I was thinking because I was scrolling through some silly shit I had saved. What happened to the Hakuna Matata virus? Just a couple weeks ago, a month ago, that was such a big deal. And oh my God, we might have the next lockdown. And that shit came and went so fast. We didn't bite fast enough. We didn't get scared enough fast enough. And they moved on to another
Whenever
something.
something
yeah.
big like that is happening and sensationalized in the media, you have to dig further because they're trying to distract us. It's sleight of hand.
Oh yeah, they
I
always
mean, and it's the exact
distraction.
same thing that I believe that's going on right now with the very much, it's blatant. Mr. Chow gets self-defense. Carmelo
You
Anthony
guys got
gets
a
shot.
whole
Blatant.
playground,
And the fact that
and
these
y'all
trials
just
are happening at the
whining.
same time, now that's the division they're poking on. They're intending for this to become a race war.
I
They're intending to kick shit back up
also,
between.
with the Hakuna Matata virus, I wanted to point something out too, you guys, because I say this every time. Every time there is a major election going on, it doesn't matter whether it's presidency, whatever. Every time there is a major election or something that we need to vote on, there's always going to be an illness, a natural disaster, something happens. And I want you to look back. Now that I've said that, if you haven't noticed it, look back. Every time there's been a major turning point in elections and changes of power, notice that there is always a major disaster, tragedy, illness.
We've already all caught on to that there's always some type of virus every
Oh
election
yeah,
year.
there's
We're
always
already
something going
that's a
on.
given. We know that. But more so, just like they do that on major things, when they're passing bills and they're sliding papers that have huge impacts on our lives, they do dumb shit like
Something to
this
be
and they
voted
have
on.
when they're sliding papers and passing bills and doing huge things with our lives on Senate floors and shit, they put these types of fucking shits out in the media to keep us distracted. It's smoke and mirrors.
Yeah.
That's what it is. It's smoke and mirrors for division and bullshit. There's something, you're absolutely right, True. You're on the right track. Obviously, we're not in a presidential election year. So what the fuck are they doing? That's always what I think.
Well,
What the fuck
technically
are
we
they
are.
doing
That's
behind
the
the
key
scenes
question: is what
that
is
they want
happening
us
right
out
now
here
behind the scenes?
having all this beef and all this
Well,
ruckus that
technically
they're
we
going to
are
have
within
the child
the.
trial and the Carmelo trial back to back with these types of so sporadic ass outcomes that it looks like a target on all black people's backs?
Well, technically we are. There is an election happening. It's just not the presidential elections, but there's things happening that,
California.
things that are going to be happening. Because we just had our, what is it, midterms or whatever the hell it is. I don't keep up with that shit. That's what it is. There's a lot of things happening and a lot of distractions.
Man, this smile for me, I've been saying they put it in the Declaration of Independence for this purpose. It specifically says that when the government is no longer cohesive to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness, we have the rights under the Declaration of
And
Independence to
they have
establish a new government
slowly
that is.
tried to change that, saying that was a long time ago. That was made for things that were
The
just
sad part about it is that there's a paragraph in there that says that history hath shown, which, mind you, this document was signed in 1776. So history had already hath shown that mankind is more likely to accept the evils that be than to overturn them.
Right.
History had already shown. But they put that clause in
exactly.
there because maybe one day we would get smart enough and we would
And they
actually
have
band together as
slowly
people.
tried every single turn to break up the Declaration of Independence, all of those documents that were filed to keep America a free country. They have slowly tried to erase all of those.
Nothing. America is not a free country. America is not the greatest country in the world. It might have been at one fucking point in time, but it definitely, absolutely is not now. We have had
Because
plenty
of
of people
this.
in here from Australia, Thailand. We have gotten the opportunity to meet people through social media. When they shut down Tickety Tockety and the Red app or whatever, the Red Note, whatever the fuck was going on with that
Come on,
Chinese app,
y'all.
them Chinese folks let us know that China wasn't anything that we had been
Get your
taught that it
fidget
was.
spinner. Because you known to leave stuff. And you do this
Chinese people have
fidget
been
spinner.
taught
Now
that
I ain't got
American
time.
people are greedy and fat. They didn't know we had to pay for our vegetables. They didn't know we couldn't
Come on,
grow our
bub.
own vegetables. They had no idea.
That's why I'm
Come on,
trying to go
Kai.
get my big old piece of land,
I got him.
learn how to survive without a grocery store. This has been my goal since 2020 when I realized what
Now
was
there's
going
a bunch
on.
of fighters that incarnated on this planet. You came here at this time for this reason to be a part of this fight.
I
And
was
maybe we're
talking
part
to
of the
Justin about it.
generation of people that are going to do something different.
Kai, did we need
Homestead
to
in a
go
different
to...
country, Drew. When you buy your land, go to Thailand and do it. That's where you need a homestead.
I've been talking because like I said, like our goal is to get property and start living off the land again because of all our food being poisoned and stuff. The realization that everything is licensed, you have to pay taxes on this, you have to pay taxes on that. They are basically making us pay to breathe air at this point. And it wasn't like that before. And we all need to get back to that, is learning how to survive without, like, even having a small business. You have to cover every single legal loophole, cover your butt, and pay so much money just to make money. Because every turn you do, someone wants a piece.
It takes money to make money, no matter what it is. No matter if it's a legal hustle, an illegal hustle, whatever the fuck. It takes money to make money. Hence why people are on this app and buy their followers, right?
Like back in the day with trade and everything, yeah, it takes money to make money. You needed to buy your supplies to make what you needed, and that was pretty much
The
it.
prostitution is the longest living profession on this fucking planet.
I'm saying it's wild
The
that
things
we've
that have,
come
I believe
to.
the things that have been done to held us down have a lot more to do with our spiritual potential and powers, because just like we've all been taught everything we need is on this earth, through my studies and the shit that I've gone through, like history of photography. This is how, like, I just say the universe just blows me places, right? I took history of photography as an elective because I like pictures and I like to take pictures. I thought that was the direction we were going. No, we were going back to like the whole history of the camera and all of this shit, right? And it dawned on me, like, it took 100 years for them to go from one type of, like, they're basically drawing the fucking picture and shit to like Kodak. And not too long after that, like, oh, we're taking pictures in a space shuttle on the moon. Well, nowhere in my history of photography, with all the intricacies of the camera and all of the everything that we had to do to get here, did we talk about making a camera that could withstand zero gravity, right? I asked a professor about it. I had a speech professor who was a photography major. And I asked him about like the pictures that like I just like in history of photography, like it's just not adding up. 2 + 2 isn't equaling 4. I've already heard, there was some pictures in the history of photography textbook where it was the moon landing and there was fucking rafters up in the fucking sky. Like this is why are there rafters if we're on the moon? Like I'm confused. And my history, the professor who had the photography fucking degree tells me that I'm like, I'm just so concerned. Like, what is up with this moon landing and the rafters? He's like, well, I don't know. I don't have the answers for that. But I can tell you that the original photos of the landing of the moon were stolen. All the photos that we've seen of the first moon landing or whatever are replicas because they were stolen. And at that point, that didn't make my heart sit
Stolen
anymore.
or hidden?
Stolen. I mean, maybe this man was quite a bit older than me. He was a professor who had majored in photography. I would say he was in his 60s. So the story that he was told was stolen, right? At this point, we know we're all being lied to. But as far as he knew, the original photos, what would be the originals, are not in possession any fucking where. And everything that's running through this fucking history books and anything that I've seen in my life is all a replica. And he was very confident to tell me that. Back when I was in college, when Monty was 2, back in 2000, when I first went to college and ended up life, and I came back to get it this time, right? But anyways, back in 2000, I had a sociology professor who had enough tenure that man sat and told us that there is a meeting that happens like for 2 weeks out of the year with the richest of the rich, and they pour money into both sides, basically Illuminati shit. And that they've already decided who the president and all these things are going to be, that all the voting and all the other shit is just fucking a play on fucking our emotions for more division.
Absolutely. 110%.
And the only reason why he felt comfortable doing that is because he had enough tenure that the college could not fire him for telling the truth type shit. But when I tried to then tell my parents who are on my birth certificate what I had learned in college, like they were so pissed off that this crackerjack box ass professor was being allowed to teach in a college and to influence, students in such a way. But that man was telling the absolute bona fide fucking truth. Teachers teach the curriculum that they're given to teach. When you dig deeper, you find out that the education system it's the Rockefeller education system.
It's not even just the education system there. When I was working, I worked at they call it a boutique dog food shop. Basically, they sell fancy dog food. But the reality is working there, even if it was just a retail job, you learn so much about animal nutrition and everything. And one of the things that I was told was that the people are going to come in for this science diet stuff, right? Because this company has paid for veterinary schools, covered the cost for textbooks and everything. And if you open your textbook, you will see that it is funded by the people behind like Science Diet and everything, because they want to push veterinarians to sell it. But that might not necessarily be the right brand of nutrition for your dog. And I'm just using this as an example. Like so we're sitting there trying to tell people like, okay, so let's break it down. What's going on with your animal? Like just trying to figure out that's what we did. Does your dog need a raw diet? Does your dog need a high protein diet? Are they a working dog? Because some people are like, oh, this brand's like $100 and something. It's going to be what's best for my dog. No, If you don't have a Malinois that is a police dog, you do not need a Kana for your dog. Like, that's too much protein. So basically breaking down the nutrition, and some of these people would come in and be like, no, I know, my vet said science diet with all corn. That's for allergies. Like, they would push it, and the grain-free situation happened as I was working there. And if you don't know, there was a very limited study done about a correlation between grain-free dog food and enlarged hearts. And it put everyone into a panic with their little fur babies. And we had to sit there and like reassure people that no, that was a very limited study, like that you got to really look into it. It's not entirely true. But they're like, no, because the powers that be said that's the way it is. And that's my example of education and how the Rockefeller education, how companies will pay for people to be educated in a certain way so that they are then.
Okay, so what you're defining is like plutocracy, basically. It's motherfuckers catering to the corporation. That's what that is.
Yeah.
The Rockefeller education system was the education system that was founded for all of the education to create workers and buyers, not to create entrepreneurs, not to create thinkers, not to create creators, not to create any of that, not to create any of the arts, any of nothing, no imagination. It wasn't. Rockefeller education system was designed to create workers and buyers. I used to think that, like, oh, why do these rich, lifestyles of the rich and fancy, they send their kids to these, preschools that they have to get on a waiting list, and the kid has to get for what? Why wouldn't they just send them to fucking the regular daycare like everybody else, or get a nanny? You want to know why? Because they're learning the real shit. They're learning that fucking the real deal, whatever the real deal is. While we can sit here and talk about conspiracy theories, like, I don't know, once they said that Pluto's no longer a planet and aliens are in the ocean, but they've been spending all this time telling us, aliens are in the sky. The fuck? I'm done. I'm sorry I didn't provide my children the ability to go to the hoity-toity preschool where they can learn the real deal. I mean, at this point, red probably isn't even red. It's probably a different color.
Color,
I mean, we know Jesus' name isn't Jesus.
Color, the way we see color isn't even how color really is. It's just how our brain is programmed.
And then on top of that, because our eyes only have the ability to see in certain fashions and whatever. And that's by manipulation of our environment. Just like the bells, our ears, our brains, they tell us we only use a certain portion and percentage of all of our senses.
And let's tie
the real
in technology
reason why we're
to
in
that.
This fucking body. If we're spiritual beings having a human experience, right? The flesh suit is what gives you the ability to have the senses of the flesh: sight, touch, hearing, smelling, all of the things, right? So if they're manipulating our environment to diminish our abilities in our flesh suit, it makes a lot of sense, right?
Absolutely. And I think they put to a lot of even the iPhones and cell phones we're using right now are made to pollute that spiritual vibration. You were talking about the bells and how frequencies and stuff. Have y'all done a rabbit hole into what 5G is and what it can do to the body?
Goes both ways, Mama. I probably can talk about it on a later live. Amen. I'm trying to say.
She says, I don't want to be on this planet anymore. Beam me up. I'm gone.
I'm trying to say, get me the fuck out of here. I mean, Earth is ghetto. I wanna leave. Will you please come down and rescue me? And then if you go based on the biblical aspect, like, I don't know, some shit, the Bible will tell you that we are under a firmament. Science will teach you that the greenhouse effect. Well, the only way you can have a greenhouse effect is if you're covered. Let's be reasonable now. If it's just atmosphere, then there wouldn't be a greenhouse effect. So clearly we're covered by fucking something. And if it's the ice wall that keeps us from Antarctica, while people have traveled to Antarctica and told us there's a whole nother world beyond that wall, right? But we're not allowed to go there. And I believe that it's got a lot to do with the whole we were put here, bro. Like, whoever, way back whenever, we're some type of fucking petri dish ass experiment, like True said. And we were thrown over here in this prison little area under a dome for whatever fucking reason. Probably until we could not be hateful and spiteful and work together to do something fucking better. I don't fucking know. But they took away all of our, they have diminished. I shouldn't say taken away, because I think you can break free from a lot of the shit, but they have diminished a lot of our spiritual capabilities by the way that they manipulate our environment. And if people were operating more in spirit than in the flesh, we wouldn't have all these fucking, in the spirit, we ain't different colors, y'all. In the spirit, that's not how this shit fucking works. But that's just me on a conspiracy theory rant.
This is all alleged and for entertainment purposes only.
I think there's way too much evil in this world, and whatever evil that has us over here in this little dome ass experience, get me out. I want out. What happened to all the airplanes that just disappeared? What happened to them? I love TikTok Shop. Thank you, Liza. The airplanes were like, oh, they just where'd it go? It never landed anywhere. Well, if it didn't land on anywhere, it didn't land in the ocean, it didn't land on any other
That
fucking continent, it
contradicts
didn't land here.
theory
Where did
of
it go?
mass cannot be destroyed or created. It's just displaced.
And energy cannot be destroyed or created either.
That's what I was talking about. You can't create something, you can just change its form, basically.
And then you have to pay attention to, even on the science level, the shit they do. There's laws and then there's theories. So
y'all want to talk about a crazy theory? Glitter. What the fuck is glitter made out of? That'll be a rabbit hole that will make your head spin.
What's glitter made out of, True?
I don't know. And it's like a world top classified secret that it's crazy. The people that make glitter, if you go down into like the people that, like, I'm not talking about just like craft glitter. I'm talking about glitter on a whole nother level. People don't know where it came from or what it's made out of. And it is such a heavily classified government secret, because the people that make glitter for craft stores also make glitter for other equipment that it goes into. It is the craziest rabbit hole. It would be, you would have to have a whole live just about glitter, and it is insane, because you wouldn't think something so unassuming is so controversial and there's so many conspiracy theories behind it. That's a crazy rabbit hole. People are thinking that glitter is made out of people, unclaimed cremated remains. Like that, this is where it's going. Like the
cremated remains are kind of glittery.
There's been so many theories and rabbit holes about where glitter comes from. Holy, like once you start digging into it, you're gonna be like, what the fuck?
I'm not sure.
So people, I guess the people that manufacture glitter, like that when we are thinking about glitter, like as in like craft or food safe glitter, the things that go sparkle, well, it's also used as a reflective substance on like certain radars and other things too. So the people that manufacture glitter for craft stores also do it for like government projects. So like the way that they make glitter is like highly classified because it's tied to all of these government projects.
Yeah, just the largest purchaser of glitter in the United States remains an official corporate mystery. Major glitter manufacturers, such as the New Jersey-based company GlitterX, are bound by non-disclosure agreements, keeping the exact identity of their biggest client fiercely confidential.
I'm saying it's crazy. Like you wouldn't think that that is such a huge conspiracy rabbit hole, but it is.
Hey, Jetta, welcome in. I saw Leah too. Welcome in. Sorry, I was reading, and yeah. Oh my.
Absolutely, Liza. That's why I told you guys. You know the best way to get rid of a you know what I mean? Some red rum. You got some urns of some loved ones laying around.
Have mercy.
I love the glitter conspiracy too. I always go back to it every so often. What other conspiracy
What
theories
do
we
you think
got?
about the Earth, flat or sphere? Rugby ball, if that, whatever shape that is.
I have a hard time getting into the flat earther thing. It's a little out there, but then so is every other conspiracy theory that has been proved true. So
I don't know about. I mean, listen. All of the flight patterns go on a flat Earth. The Earth is not round. Um, the flight patterns, like we don't fly backwards from California. We don't fly that direction. They say that there's not enough, nowhere to land the fuel. I don't know. She doesn't think anyone's been to space. Pink T, I'm with your mama. I mean, the man who landed on the moon said he didn't land on the moon. They interviewed him and he said it was theatrics.
I do
So
believe
I'm
that it
not
was
sure.
theatrics. I
I
believe
haven't made an
so with
opinion
the
from all the
moon
information I
theory.
found. I'm so
I don't
confused.
think it's as complicated as everyone makes it out to be. I think that there was a rat race to see who could get to the moon first between like a couple different countries. And the United States, because they couldn't get there and they knew, I think Russia was getting close, that they manufactured that. I do believe that they just wanted to be first, because in the world that we are in today, whoever pees on it first, it's theirs, right?
So hold on. I want to go to the comments. Just smile for me. Said I haven't made an opinion from all the information I found. I'm still confused. Agree. Am will. Wait, y'all are flat earthers? No, I'm up here with I'm confused. Pink T talking about I trust her with my life, so I have believe her. I'm all with you there, Pink T. But the science is out there. But we talked about earlier science, the same science that said when I was a little girl that we were human by race, and now race is a social construct. Race isn't scientific anymore. Like they changed the science to fit their description, I guess. I don't know. Like, I don't know. I'm with your mama, certainly. I'm confused. I'm so confused.
It's
There's been so
definitely
many lies.
a very treacherous rabbit hole. I cannot say I believe one thing or another. I can say that I have touched on the flat earth rabbit hole. I don't know that I 100% believe. I think there's little bits of truth sprinkled in there, but I think that the flat earth reality is not something that I am down
Are you
with.
sure? Are you sure? Because I had somebody tell me that we're just it's like a video game and we're just
I would believe
we're not even
that
really
before
here.
I
We're
believe that the
just
earth is flat.
um mirages, or what is that called?
The Matrix. A
Like when they
simulation.
put Michael Jackson on, yeah, we're just a simulation. That we're not even here. This is just a simulation.
Which
So
would
are you sure
explain
you exist?
why I am more apt to believe that we are living in a simulation, just like the fucking Sims, and someone is playing God with us. That then I would believe that the Earth is flat.
Liza said we can't prove we're real to each other. Why does it got to get more complicated?
So, and let me make this so real for you guys. There is a game that me and Gremlin play
I
that
don't
is
want to do it
called
anymore.
Mimesis. And the whole point of the game is to run through a maze and collect items to basically scrap enough of these items to progress to the next level. But here's the catch is there is an AI system in the game that records what you say in the game and brings mimics in that look like you. You can't even like if you put on certain gear, you to distinguish yourself, it'll mimic that too. And so it uses what you've said in the game to try and convince the other player that they're real. And so you can ask, "Are you real?" But then later
So
down the
the
game, it's
internet's
going to
right.
say,
I'm
"Are
not
you
even a
real?"
real person. Yep. They've been telling y'all this whole time. We're not even real people. It's all a fucking gimmick.
The one of the tactics is jump up and down 3 times if you're real. Well, it'll say that, or you can say that to them, and it'll do that. It'll mimic how you act in the game. We came up with a theory that let's pull the train horn if there's someone still alive at the train station, so that we know that to go back. And the mimic started doing that too, and it was fucking, that game was so stressful that me and Gremlin won't get back on it because it was that bad.
I'll play it.
Y'all have to excuse me, it's Wednesday, so my baby's home.
You're beautiful, baby. Right? I am beautiful, right?
You are beautiful, but you are also a pain
Oh,
in my
Lord.
ass.
Call the Reddit. Call the fucking Reddit. Here we go.
She's the joy of my life, but also at the same time the bane of my existence. That's how I describe my
Damn.
children.
It's like a cute hemorrhoid, you say?
I love my kids so much. I love them so much, but they push me to my breaking point.
I got you.
Pink tea. Did you mean it? Oh, you didn't mean it. She probably didn't mean it. It's spinning. My bad. My
But let's
bad.
talk about that, because they said our blood was blue and it just hadn't hit oxygen. Why do our limbs turn purple when they aren't oxygenated enough? When there's low circulation? If our, I mean, I believe that our blood is red and we're just seeing it through layers of skin, and that's why it appears blue. But then why do our lips turn blue when we're cold, and our limbs when we lose circulation turn purple or blue? I have questions.
We're aliens. We are the alien.
Oh, I'm saying we were put on here. What is that movie called? Jupiter Ascending or something, with Mila Kunis and Channing Tatum and everything, where she realized she inherited the Earth because all the planets are farms, are livestock basically, and humans were just used to absorb their essence. And so it was like a fight between her relatives that she inherited, because the Earth is like the biggest farm of these people, of these beings. And it was all like,
I have a theory that we are the aliens and ants are really the real people, right? We're the giants to the ants. That's a good one, Amwell.
please tell me I'm not the only one who saw that movie. It had the guy from Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them. He was the bad guy in it.
I haven't seen your movie.
It was a really low budget and it didn't do well. So it's not really well known, but it was like the
I think you're
theory
the
of
only.
it.
Oh no, it's about to storm.
The theory of it was crazy. Is it called Jupiter Ascending, Exotic Babe? Like the bad guy had to force her into like contractual marriage so that he could get his hands on Earth, which was like the giant livestock, like the biggest population of these beings that they were farming to live forever. The girl's name was Jupiter, and she was like, her mom was a human and her dad had fallen in love with the humans and didn't and wanted to protect them. And so when he
They say
passed,
that
all of
there's.
his
They say
relatives were
that
trying
there's
to get their hands on it.
frequencies that you can listen to for healing. Like there's different frequencies for healing.
I thought it was good too. I thought it was poorly acted, like it was all CGI, but like the plot line was a really good movie. Like the story was a good story. Ender's Game, I haven't seen it yet, but I know the premise of it, and that's wild too.
OM heals.
That goes back to frequencies and bells and sounds that are healing and not healing, and technology, and how we have, as a population, have surrounded ourselves in technology. Why are these populations that have never set foot in other cultures, they're protected by governments that you can't set foot on there because you'll make them sick? Why are they thriving still, and we, with all of these medical advances, can't live?
Um,
Technology is, all of our devices are giving off frequencies that are damaging our bodies. And you have to think about it. Like, I'm sitting in my room right now, the lights are on, my TV is on, it's connected to Wi-Fi, which is 5G. My computer is not on. My phone is on. I have another phone in here. My TV is on in my house that's connected to the Wi-Fi. All of those frequencies are going on at the same time and probably confusing the shit out of my atoms.
so this is what I mean. If anybody is from Chicago, we can do other people's cities too, but this is Chicago, 1800, circa, looking like Rome.
That's why I'm about to go make my own medicine and food, but that's why the government doesn't want us to even store rainwater.
This is Chicago, 1800. This right here has something to do with like the free energy. The buildings that have these types of domes on them and the fireplaces that don't build
Why are
fire.
all major buildings, older buildings from that time area, have gold tops? Gold is a conductor. They said that the pyramids had a gold top at one point in time.
This is Chicago. That used to be a gold statue. They say they removed it because of theft. But this is Chicago, or was in 1800.
Nikola Tesla knew what he was doing, and they buried him. I don't think it had everything to do with free electricity that they couldn't put a price tag on. I think it had more to do with the fact that he was onto some stuff with energy.
Gee, we had free energy. It wasn't about electricity, it was energy. We had free energy. Like, we didn't need electricity. When you have energy, you don't need electricity. Electricity wasn't necessarily an invention, if that makes sense. I don't understand how to say it. I mean, this was Detroit.
Those gold top buildings, I'm saying, conduits. And then notice how all those gold top buildings, all those old buildings with the gold tops, there's still one in Colorado, the Capitol in Denver, has a gold top. The Freemasons built that shit.
I don't think it was the Freemasons.
But the Freemasons goes back to, like, it ties in with the Illuminati and the powers that be that know shit that we don't, or have tried to keep us from knowing the shit that they know, is what I'm alluding to.
This was Seattle.
Yeah, you can still visit that part. It's underground, but Ray was saying that earlier. So Seattle was built at sea level, and the story is that it was falling into the ocean, and instead of tearing it all down and restarting, they just built on top of it. And you can still go down there because it became like an underground market too. Like, I think that was like the foundations for the Pike's Place Market. I've never been. I've grown up here and I've never been. I try to stay out of Seattle, if I'm going to be completely honest.
It's just the way that they say those buildings were here when America was, air quote, discovered.
And let's circle back to structures and buildings and why they're being built in certain ways. DIA, y'all want to talk about Denver International Airport? as someone who lived in Colorado for 15 years and traveled
We're gonna talk about
frequently.
that. Was a whole topic for a whole nother day. That's that deserves its own show.
Yeah, it does. It really do. It is the shit that was in there, like the things that I have seen in that airport will put they've taken most of it out, but it gives you the heebie-jeebies. That airport be scary. The gargoyles are gone.
Oh Lord have mercy! It is storming big time over here.
What about the blue horse in front? I don't want to say it next in case it'll get you banana.
Lucifer?
In
You want
Louisville,
to
we
talk
can
about
preserve
Lucifer?
with the old buildings and
Aislinn wants to
such.
talk about Lucifer. We can do DIA on another day, but Aislinn wants to tell y'all about Lucifer. Tell him the story.
So basically, this artist was creating a statue.
Hold up, Aislinn. Let me go pull up a picture of this freaking horse. Can Aislinn have the stage for a second?
She took it. It's hers.
Okay, let me go find a picture of this freaking horse. Give me like 2 seconds.
Oh my goodness! It's getting nasty, y'all. It is getting really, really nasty out here.
All right, I'm back. Let's. It's Aislinn's. Oh, son of a gun! How
It's
do
my
I?
time to shine.
Let me do the green screen. Hang on. Why am I suddenly not able to figure this out?
Probably
They changed
because
it.
TT had an update, like the app TT.
No, it's. Oh, there we go.
You're gonna blame it on me, Aislinn? I'm
No,
gonna kick
like
you out
the
of my
app you are
life.
using.
So this is Lucifer. It's a statue that sits outside of Denver International Airport.
It's one of my favorites.
So tell us about Lucifer.
I can't really remember the story.
Do you want me to take over?
No.
So
You can just
Lucifer is a
help me.
statue that was commissioned when they made it, the DIA, and the artist that made it. Why don't you talk about what happened to him first?
So at first the statue started to crumble on top of him.
So when he was making the statue, the headpiece or a heavy piece of it, because this thing is huge. I don't know if you guys can see the road in the background to this horse, but it is like the size of a 2-story building. And a piece of it fell on the person that was commissioning the work and unalived him. And then his son took over and it got him too.
And that's why it's called Lucifer.
So that it's followed by tragedy. And this thing has, it's like its eyes glow red at night.
I already said that.
And there's no lights in it. There's no electricity in this freaking horse. And you drive by it and when you drive through, because you have to pass it to get into the airport to go park, and its head like follows you. It's commissioned so that its head will its eyes will follow you. It is the scariest thing, and it is just one of the many weird.
It's not scary. It's cool.
It's terrifying.
No, it's not.
Here, give me 2 seconds.
Ooh-wee. And another conspiracy for the books. And the thunder rolls. Goodness gracious. It is getting down out there. I should go out there.
This is what this thing looks like at night.
Jinx.
You're going to bed? Not to bed, Katarina. It's too early for bed. What are you doing?
Didn't save properly. Here, let's.
Fixie fix.
I'm
And
not feeling good. Are you pregnant?
Is it at night?
So this is Lucifer at night. There's no electricity in this thing. There's no lights. The detail that went into this thing. Yeah.
Still daytime for us.
So that's Lucifer, and that is like he's followed by tragedy. He's a weird omen that stands in front of the.
Are you meaning to show us the same picture you've been showing us the whole time?
Is it the daylight one or the nighttime one?
We haven't seen a nighttime one.
Hang on.
Oh my.
So that's what it looks like at night. There's no lights in this thing. There's no electricity that goes into this. That's just one of the few what the fuck things that's at the Denver International Airport, and why it is so. My stepdad used to work in the tunnels of DIA, so like that's a rabbit hole that like me and Aislinn both have lived it through and experienced with as much as we've traveled in her small life. This and Galloping Gertie she loves to talk about.
Oh, yes!
No,
yes,
we're not talking about
yes,
Galloping
yes,
Gertie today.
Yes, we are. Yes,
No.
we are.
It's not a conspiracy theory. It's just something that happened.
Conspiracy theory?
Yeah. So this thing has unalived several people. There's no electricity in it, so there's no reason its eyes should glow. There's no reason this thing should be standing in front of a freaking airport.
It's to give you the creeps before your flight.
Yeah. This is what you have when you're flying out of Denver. This is the first thing you see.
Yeah.
There's a lot of other art exhibits in DIA, but that's the first one you see.
That's my favorite. It's my favorite.
All right, you've talked about Lucifer. Go.
No.
Could it have solar power? But the thing is that the daytime picture maybe solar powered eyeballs. But I was thinking too, like, remember those hyper-colored shirts or something? Like, does the sun do something to make it turn baby blue in the nighttime? Because it didn't look baby blue in the daytime. It looked black. That's crazy. That is completely crazy. Oh, I guess it is blue. A darker blue, though. So it does something, because that definitely is a lighter blue. I don't know. That's wild. It's got yellow eyes, and like the sun may charge it somehow. It's got to. Because the eyes are yellow or gold here. And then it's like a darker blue. And then at nighttime, and then look at that lighter blue down that strip down its chest is like the color it turns at nighttime. That's wild. And they call it Lucifer. That's insane. Definitely different.
So they say that like they're claiming that there's no electricity in it, but I don't believe them because I have passed this thing at night. It can be pitch black dark. It's not a camera reflecting off it. It's not light. You drive by this thing and its eyes are lit up like Christmas lights. It is. When I showed you that picture of nighttime, that is not light reflecting off of it. Like its eyes glow. So there has to be something in it.
The Broncos could rename their team the Lucifers.
Don't get me started with the Broncos stadium either, because that's.
Tell me.
I could probably give you guys more Denver conspiracy theory stuff than I could Washington. The weird fuck shit that goes on just with the airport alone is wild. And they play into it too. So it was, I haven't been there since 2023, but like though they were reconstructing it through like 2020 to 2023 when I was there because I flew like 4 times. Can you please go?
I
Stop.
want to hear about it.
I will tell you about it, please. You're in my breathing space. They put it under construction. They were renovating the whole part of it. And the signs up that they would have when you would walk through there, they would play into the conspiracy. Sorry, we're moving the aliens over. Sorry, the we're having an Illuminati. Like the signs would play on all these conspiracy theories. It goes that deep. It is one of the world's largest
Because
airports in the
the
world.
universal law is they have to tell you. Universal law is they have to tell you. That's why they
Yeah.
do it in our face because they have to tell us.
Yeah, it's crazy. The amount of weird stuff that I went on a ghost tour in downtown Denver. No, you were with me and my golden retriever mix Monty.
Oh, I miss Monty so much, both of them.
But it was less of a ghost tour and more like a historical tour about like all these weird buildings in Denver. I'm telling you, the Freemasons, weird group of people. They know some things. A conversation for another time, my dear.
Like right now.
Well, I have met my quota anyways, so we can wrap it up.
Okay. I mean, I
You
can
can go
keep going for
ahead.
hours. This is my niche.
No, that's why the Denver airport was supposed to have its day of its own.
Oh no, not even just the Denver airport. The Mandela effect and conspiracy theories. Those are. We got to talk about mermaids too.
Yeah, I think this topic we'll bring back weekly. We'll have a conspiracy theory day weekly. I think this topic can be one we revisit often.
Absolutely, this is my favorite.
My dad's uncle was a Freemason. Oh, I know some Freemasons.
We will have to do like a specific day on the Freemasons because that is a whole rabbit hole. But we have to be really careful because the Freemasons and those triangle people, like how in the top right corner of your picture, they really don't like you talking about it on TikTok. Those ones will get you a fruit delivery, a whole fruit basket.
You have to tiptoe around it with the right kind of words.
Yep. We'll have to have like a whole language thing down there, what words we have to use.
We'll figure it out.
Just like when we're talking
if
about
we do
mermaids.
conspiracy theory weekly, we can drop a new word every week. So by the time we get to like week 6, we can start talking real flagrantly and really talk about it.
Right. I love that we were able to have like an entire. We got through that 2 hours quick.
I only did an hour and 40 minutes. It wasn't bad.
We got through it quick.
I won't be there for the Freemason talk. Oh no, Amwell. That's fair. I would never want anybody to be anywhere they aren't comfortable.
It's kind of like you know how with the Lego thing that I've been covering, how I'm like having to be super careful of what I'm saying and how I'm moving with the allegedly and for entertainment purposes. It's that big.
You need the armor of Jesus for them. And
yes.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it'd be a good conversation to have because I know some folk and I know I know a woman who's
let's all collectively before we get off. I do not claim the negative energy from this live. I do not claim it. I rebuke it.
What are you talking about? I rebuke you. Disconnect your little ass. No, I'm just playing.
I'm not saying that you will bring negative energy, but when you talk about things and bring light to things, have you seen the movie Skeleton Key? How if you don't believe it, it can't hurt you. I do not claim this. I don't believe it. Blah 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 blah.
There, clip, chopped, and screwed. There we go. True's breaking up with me because the negativity on my live. She doesn't claim it.
Yep.
You know they're gonna take that and run with it. Run with it.
They're so vile.
True had to not claim the negativity of the conversation that MonTeesMama was trying to have.
See,
they'll have it.
And Will sees what I'm doing. Anytime you see something spooky on TikTok, your FYP drops you in some shady areas, whatever. you'll see in the comments, I do not claim the energy from this video. I don't believe it. If I don't believe it, it can't hurt me. If I don't give it power, it can't hurt me.
Like, how did it get us here?
That's all I was doing. I was putting some armor on myself, because when we start talking about this stuff, it's gonna.
Listen, I wasn't trying to go any which direction with anything. I think that we can just keep it umbrellaed with conspiracy theory, and whatever comes up, comes up. Shit. I'm not going to dedicate certain days and topics for situations that may have my ass strung out in a field somewhere. I don't have time for it.
So then you might want to think twice about talking about the Freemasons.
I didn't bring them up. That was your ass. We're going to come to your live and do it.
Okay. Amwell just brought it up into the I need the armor of Jesus to talk about them. Absolutely you do. So that's why I said I do not claim any negative energy that comes from the discussions or topics that come up in these conspiracy theories. If I don't believe it, it can't hurt me.
Okay. Just put your blanket over your head. If you can't see it, it can't see you. Man, my ring cameras could be a whole topic. Ooh. You know what? Yep. I think we know a lot of Black Freemasons, probably why I just don't discuss. Absolutely. If we're going to have a conversation, I was going to ask some to come to the fucking panel.
Someone got some sage?
I mean, we can talk about it.
Some sage would be good. Some
I want to
cleansing.
hear True's take and their take in the same panel.
Egregious. What's egregious?
You.
Oh. Yeah, it'd be like that.
Just smile. Hell yeah, I'm here for it. I love listening to people. I appreciate you coming by. But yeah, it's starting to get a little shaky and rocky over here. It's thundering pretty bad. I need to figure out what I'm going to do for dinner and get it out the way before we lose power or some crazy shit, because it could get ugly. Make sure my devices are charged. You know, candles ready. It's storming real good over yonder. But
don't
yes,
mind me. I'm just leveling up in your chat just a little bit.
Oh, go ahead. Have your fun.
I did it.
Wait, I want to ask some. What do you want to ask, baby? I will wait. I'm in no rush. Genuine curious. Go ahead. Genuine curious. I might have an answer. Are people still coming for y'all group?
I mean, they're always going to be, but we just don't really acknowledge it. It's
be confused why you get such hate. So I'm gonna break it down for you the best way I know how, Amwell. When I jumped into this scenario to help Desiree, I didn't take into consideration that it was some viral TikTok story. I didn't know enough about fucking TikTok to understand what a viral TikTok story even consisted of. And I keep saying I've been in those lives. They're not talking about this, right? So the people who aligned themselses with that viral TikTok story, right, and became a part of this resilient circle jerk, some of them eat off of it, right? Like they've monetized and they've made a good way for themselves by speaking upon it. And I'm not mad at nobody. I mean, I'm mad at a couple people who wronged me personally, but the rest of it is just a fuck show. But when people decide to make it their tea, and number one, just MonTeesMama personally, if you're bringing awareness to something and trying to fix something, that's one thing. But making tea of a situation like that kind of showed me where you sit, right? But long story short, they're always gonna hate me because I'm very close to a situation. They want to continue to talk about it and eat off of it and whatever. They wanted to take Arlita and Desiree and turn them into the next fucking circus. And we saw it coming and we said no. And when you put up your boundaries and you don't allow access and, certain things happen, then, you become a villain in people's book. And if that's the case, that's fine. I know in my heart, I know what I've done and what I haven't done. I know I have been publicly drugged and accused of doing things that I did not do. Um, but it was with the intent. I've stood by Desiree. The internet knows I'm the closest thing to her. So they want to talk about us so that we'll talk back about them because we're what gives them traction. These snark groups, I'm not going over to these people's pages and downloading their videos and making snark groups and posting their lives cross platform, or I'm not doing none of that. They wake up every day thinking about me and Arlita and Desiree. They have to piggyback on what the fuck we're talking about in order to have, you know, something of relevance. That's what that is. There's no beef. They're over there just running their mouth, grabbing a hold to something. Just like I had said a long time ago, Stephanie is a done deal. That story is over with. If you're still watching that at this point, you're a sick individual, because for what? We've been collectively watching her neglect and abuse and all of this, her children, for how fucking long, and seeing that nothing can be done to save those babies because that's their mother. It is what it is. I got people in my neighborhood like that. So I haven't done none to nobody. I've heard some things. I don't even want to give them the airplay over here, Will. That's why I haven't discussed it. But I guess I could say I see what you're seeing. Well, I personally hear y'all not talking about them. I know they're taking things out of context. Absolutely. You can lead a horse to water, but you can't make it drink. And you can't get thirsty if it don't drink. I mean, I try very hard not to mention the bullshit. When we talk about things, if it comes up, I'll address things with you guys. I had thought about one time maybe doing a story time on my whole situation. Like, unlike all the things being said about me, I have mad receipts. It's just crazy. They twist and, they twist shit, take it out of context, flip the narrative. At this point, I saw a comment that said the chick that's was trying to dox a mama miss is part of our circle. I don't even know who the fuck that is. I have her blocked. I don't rock with everybody. The people I rock with be in this room with me. Like, I don't know. So, their problem is their problem. Hey, Desiree, what you doing, girl? Are you at work? Or you just slid through and got little? That's fair. That's fair. So yeah, I don't know. I've learned that people's problems with me is their problem type shit. Like, I'm over here just living my life.
I'm gonna see if I brought my headphones. Hold on. Be right one moment.
Okay, she said she's seen it, and I know it's not true. Absolutely. That's why we make jokes every so often. Yeah, there goes the Reddit. Yeah. I mean, when they decided after seeing Stephanie's content to make a Reddit called The Resilient Chinkin Universe, and then proceeded to name Desiree and Arlita as side characters, I mean, that's volumes in itself.
Hey y'all, what's up, y'all?
Hey, gorgeous. When you sit so high that you look down at a viral story and that's just a character to you, like a goddamn soap opera, that says something about who you are.
Hey, Jetta.
You're a much better person. Thank you, just smile for me. I'm just trying to be, I guess the difference in me and them is, like, for them, I guess it's a competition between us, or you know what I'm saying? They're in competition with each other or me or whatever. And I'm just in competition with who I was yesterday. So there's that. Hey, Baked B Edits. And if they were in competition with who they were yesterday, maybe they'd be getting further than where they're at today. Well, I know you're not sitting on live talking about them all day. Never have, Amwell. I mean, we may have sat on live for 6 or 8 hours because what had happened, what gets to happening, you see, you've been here now for the last 30, 45 minutes. I've been talking about going somewhere, right? Then True comes up. Then we get to discussing something else. Well, now Des is up. You know, she's 2 hours behind me on the time zone. So then don't let somebody else wake up and pop up over here and then I'll get stuck longer. We talk about all type of things.
Listen,
Have
I'm
you
on a
listened to
30-minute lunch
Yeah.
break, okay? I need to talk about boobies. No, just fine. No, I'm on lunch break,
Oh,
guys.
Lord have mercy. Here we go. And now Desiree's on a 30-minute lunch break and she needs to talk about something. Oh, my Lord have mercy. Here we go. There goes the Reddit. Well, listen, I'm not changing the little flyer and having it say boobies. They will really drag us through hell.
I'm just playing, y'all.
MonTeesMama made a whole live and talked hours about boobies.
I'm just playing. So the kids are with their auntie Arlita, y'all.
Oh, Shooky Dookie, she was in here. I
She
didn't know
was,
she had the boys. Well,
yeah,
I heard all the boys in the background, but you know what? I think I did hear her say Josiah. My ass. I wasn't paying close attention.
yeah. She got
I
my
love
she got
her.
my brats today.
They're not brats. Only on Tuesdays and Thursdays. It's Wednesday today, so today they're not brats.
Oh, okay. Well,
That's Tuesday, Thursday activity,
so
especially if they're with our leader. She ain't taking it.
oh yeah, I already know. So they already know. So this weekend we're having a heat wave. So we about to be in the pool,
I know that's right.
and you know, Deshaun's gonna because the weather is warm out here, but it's not like I'm not gonna put them in the pool. But this weekend they are, and then I work back on Sunday, so I have 3 days off. So we're about to be in a pool. I'm not about to be in a pool. Maybe I'll be in a pool. The water is so cold. I don't like cold water like that. Anyways, I didn't come on here to
Love
change
that
our
for you.
subject of conversation, y'all.
Hey, Shan, I see you down there, gorgeous. How you doing?
I will let you guys get back to your talk and talk. You know me, I gotta act a fool one way or the other.
I'm glad that you are on your lunch break. I'm glad that you are doing all the things. I'm glad that Deshaun is going to be swimming in the pool this weekend and not stuck in that damn room.
Yeah, yeah. I'm just going to really kick it in the pool, and then he'll go back that Saturday after. I guess more friends are coming. Josiah's old friends from his old school. So I said, "Oh, okay." Home on the kids in a swimming pool.
Love that. I love that. Reality is, we're just out here having fun, making friends, and being social. I mean, I thought that's what social media was for, but I guess TikTok is for drama and hate and confusion. And
Right? Girl, I swear to God, in my house, it looks like Hurricane Katrina hit it, y'all.
uh-uh.
All the boys. I told you, my house is full of boys this week.
Hey, Kitty, how are you, gorgeous?
I went in the kitchen this morning to get something, and Lord have mercy, I walked right back out that kitchen. I swear to you, I did, guys. I walked right back out that kitchen. I looked at it, and I was like, what
Hacky nom. I'm
happened?
doing good, Kitty. I am doing good.
I was like, I have tomorrow off, so that's gonna be 7 to 10 or 20, less than 24 hours, and I'll get to the kitchen. I don't wanna. I swear the teenagers were up all night eating. I swear to God.
Yes, Kitty, thank you so much. Come hell, high water, and everything that tried to hold me back, your girl crossed that stage anyways.
Hell yeah,
Let's get it, boy, girl. Hey, let's get it, girl.
you did
Hey.
that, lady. You did that. I'm very proud of you. I was very proud to be part of
Thank you,
that.
Kitty. Thank you, Des. I was very thankful to have y'all be part of that. It was a moment. It was amazing.
Uh huh.
I continue to outdo myself and do things that I just, yeah,
Oh, and
never
guess what,
saw
guys?
myself
So
doing.
let them clip this part. The boys, Anthony and Kai, are coming over Saturday to go swimming. Woohoo!
Oh. I love that. They're gonna enjoy
It's
it.
gonna be like 96 on Saturday or some shit. So I'm like, just bring them to the pool. I ain't going nowhere but to the pool.
No, that's right. Real pool fun. Let's go. I know that's right.
Right? The
And the most
opposite.
beautiful part that I love the most is that Anthony and Deshaun are getting the opportunity to build a relationship.
Right.
Something that he wasn't able to do when he was with his dad, which is crazy.
Yeah. I don't know what they. Anyways, I don't want to talk about that person. He just bubbles my soul. But we all make it happen for the boys. I appreciate to the ones that reach out to them. You know what I'm saying, and the ones that and they're gonna start Boys and Girls Club back up here in a couple, like 2 weeks, and then we're planning on going camping here at some point, and then we're planning on taking them to. Our goal is to go to all the fairs this year. So we didn't go to the Rose Festival one, but we're gonna try to go to the other main ones that come in July and August. So that's something to look forward for. So they're not gonna just be sitting around summer while we work. But
Right.
so I know I love fair food. That's my issue. It's the food. You know what? I don't think I did that picture, but when we first took Deshaun to the fair, we ordered the big ass turkey leg. You guys know what I'm talking about. And you should have seen Deshaun's face lit up. Like, he had this big old turkey leg, and he was just like, "Oh my god, I've never had one of these big things before." It was cute.
I love it.
But that boy came, so it was fun. So that's our plan for the summer: camping. Make it a beach trip. You know, there's more to come for the kiddos.
You're doing a great job. Bitch, you're doing a good job. Bitch, you're doing a good job.
You know what I really need to stay away from is fucking cheese. My stomach hurts. Like, he made macaroni and cheese last night, and I love cheese, so I put extra cheese, like on top of the cheese that he already put in the cheese. Help me, MonTeesMama. Help me.
You need greens now. You were supposed to have greens with the mac and cheese, so everything just came through good.
What?
You were supposed to have some greens with it, so everything just passed good.
Listen,
Now you
I
got
need Cheese Anonymous class. That's what I need.
not cheese anonymous. So there we go. Top it for the Reddit. She's addicted to something. It's cheese.
I don't know if I am now. There could be a chance because Josiah is too. So when I was younger, I used to love drinking milk, and now I don't drink milk as much as I should, and so maybe that's an issue. You go get that
Thank you.
worked out, because we ain't trying to have those stomach pains like I had a couple weeks ago, okay? And here, Cat's in here talking about deep fried Twinkies.
Man, listen.
How we gonna put on our 2-piece bikini, okay? I just playing. I wear 1 piece, thank you.
Kitty said she tried cheese alternatives, so you don't have that pain.
I know, I need to. I don't know.
That's
I
why
have not looked in my refrigerator and cabinets. Like I said, I've had all boys for the last couple of days. So I don't know. And we went food shopping on Sunday. So you guys just please do hand prayers in the chat so I know my cabinets and fridge is looking lovely. You know what I mean?
Damn. Cat's over there deep frying every fucking thing.
I know. They're making me. I love deep fried Oreos. That shit is banging. So how did the topic go? Oh, MonTeesMama, did you already mention that there will be a part 2 of what we were talking about yesterday?
Actually, Annie Will jumped in the box. She wanted to talk about it like as soon as she came in. So we kind of discussed it.
Oh, okay.
I was in here for that.
We
There
don't.
was kind of I mean, we can, I'm not upset with it if you want to speak your feelings. I mean, there was definitely feelings spoke on. It was kind of, I was thinking about making today the part two, but I was like, I'm just going to stick to the schedule. But I'm not opposed to a conversation going different ways. So, yeah, with the verdict being read right after we got off that live, people definitely were ready to have a conversation about it.
I was ready to
And
have it after I
35
heard the
years is
verdict.
insane.
I
So,
mean,
yeah.
we don't have to get into it because I have like 16 minutes left, but um, I was gonna say we were doing a part two, but I kind of figured that people wanted to speak on it sooner, which was cool. I just knew I had to be at work early this morning, so I didn't have a chance to jump on.
Yeah, and I slept in today. I think it's this rainy weather got me by my hole.
I don't know. Our leader's on Shark Week Day 3, so I don't know.
Good grief, you're not supposed to be announcing. Oh, Lord have mercy. Clip that,
She
top that.
loves me. I said I jinxed. She told me I jinxed her when we were in the last live.
Hey, Emily. Yeah.
But anyways, I mean, since you guys already talked about it, I was just wanting to recap of like what people opinion was on the charge, and it's crazy. 35 years and you're only 19, and you did it when you were
Yeah, we
17.
discussed that and said that it shouldn't, because 35, they said he could go back like half or something. Ray was in here and she's from the, like, used to live in the area. And so if they gave him 15, he'd be able to go for parole at 7.5. And that sounds a little more reasonable, but
Yeah, that
I
does.
don't know.
I don't know. Just anybody gets slapped with 35 years. It's like that's just like one of those things. It's like 35 years. God, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. I wouldn't know how to think doing 35
No
years.
matter if he does a day in prison or a million days in prison, it's never going to bring their son back.
Nope.
And those were a lot of the things with the trial for the boy who took Monty's life that throughout all of that and like sitting down with the district attorney, because those questions were asked, like, well, what do you want to happen, right? Like, and from a grieving parent's perspective, you go through the, half-ass wanting that kid's parents to feel your pain to this is fucked up to, you go all over the map with it. But knowing that prison isn't gonna, you know, prison isn't gonna be what the solution to that problem is.
No, because he could witness a lot of other crap that's gonna go on in prison, or like become one with because
Yeah, we
all
talked about that too.
all in prison is like you can't be weak in prison. They'll read you right up. Oh,
And
okay,
he's
we
charged
got
as an
you.
adult, probably gonna go to max security with a schmurder charge.
Yeah,
And he's a young man, gonna be around some. Yeah, we talked about that too.
yeah. It's crazy.
He's definitely not gonna come out he's not gonna come out the same person he went in as. That's for fact.
No, that's what I was gonna say. He's not gonna be the same. Like when she sees her son, he's gonna be not the same person. It,
But on her argument, I mean, she at least still gets to see her son, right?
yeah, she still gets to see him. His mentality is definitely gonna be way different by the time he does see the earth again outside. Maybe he'll be more, in his head, quiet, like he's not gonna say much anymore. He's not, he might not want to kick it with nobody. He's gonna be like distant because he's been in that, institutionalized, and that's a real thing. I don't know, but people that's been locked up, it's a real thing. So, like, my opinion is, I get it. He stabbed somebody. We can't just be, going around hurting people. But I got some names on people I want to hurt, but we ain't gonna get into that. But I just wish it was a different system.
It would be nice if what's perceived and classified as the justice system really served justice.
Yeah, and Yes, I agree with that 100%. Like, you know, again, I'm not trying to take over you guys' topic because you guys are talking about something totally different. I'm not trying to be that one. I mean, I guess
No,
this.
Des, you're straight. I was almost like, you're good. When you get done with your break, I'm gonna get off. We were wrapping up anyway, so it could have gone any direction. You're fine.
Uh, it's I don't know. Anyways, it's just it's sad all the way around, and like I'm not supporting his behavior. Like I'm not saying yeah, that's what you're supposed to do in life. No, it's just I don't know why it's just hitting me so hard. Like it's just I don't know. But anyways, and how they did his trial so fast, like dang, okay, guilty, and then his sentencing. Like sometimes they just sit there until their next court day. It was like boom, boom, bam, and now it's done. So like that was kind of weird to me.
Right. Oh Lord. Just smile for me. Thank you so much, baby. You gonna make your day as amazing as you are. I'm gonna try to be earlier tomorrow than today.
What time did you get on today?
Girl, I've been here now 2 hours, so 2 o'clock,
Oh, yeah, because
2 o'clock p.m.
I've been at work since 11 my time, and I get off at 5. Cinco.
Okay.
But anyways, guys, again, Amwell, I'm sorry that I missed what you're saying. But I guess since we already did a part 2, we don't have to do a part 2 again. I just
I mean, we can if you want to do a revisit it after everybody's emotion, we can always talk about it again.
yeah, I'll probably call you tonight. Or I mean, not tonight. When I get off and settle home with the boys and all that stuff. Well, we don't have to really talk about it again. I'm just glad everyone had a chance to let it out. Let it out. And stuff like that. Again, there'll be a lot of pictures taken of the boys having fun this summer, so watch out for that. Uh, and yeah, I'm just trying to keep busy, y'all.
You're doing a great job, darling.
My stomach is really upset right now, and I'm just ready to go home.
I personally think that you should either shut your shit down or make you another TikTok page with just the people who truly support
Yeah,
you.
I know, but
Share it that way.
that's just
But
such a
you're grown and you can do what you want to do.
We'll see how far it goes. I mean, if I really, really have to, then I really would do it. Right now, just, again, I'm always going to have those haters. We're all going to have those haters. We have haters now without TikTok. So
That part.
we'll see how far it goes. If it gets too far in and then someone else says another picture got taken from my page or whatever, yeah. But right now, and that's what they want. They want me to change my shit. I think I deleted most of the people because I don't really see them, but we'll see what happens. And me and you, MonTeesMama, we talk outside of this all the damn time. So I can send you pictures.
Right.
I don't have to post them.
For facts. And I know that regardless. I was just saying, like, I don't know. I feel like it's just such a catch-22 because they painted you such an ugly way, and now like is your opportunity to like be vindicated, and you should be able to post your son if you fucking want to. You were never exploiting him for fucking monetary value. At this point, showing that he's doing amazing and that he's in good hands, like I'll stay with his mama. Like you deserve to be able to do that, and the fact that these, you know twat waffles, for lack of a better word, like want to pick you apart because they feel you're not supposed to post your son. It I don't know.
Yeah. But anyways, I don't want to hold anybody up.
No worries. You got the resilient wankers on your tail. That's how they be seeing my lives, is when other people are in the box, because I got them blocked.
Yeah, I'll go through it after I get off and see if I have them. I don't think I do, but maybe they are in there and I just don't realize it.
I love you down real bad. I hope your day is as amazing. Glad to hear that money, honey.
Right. Oh, thank you,
Being an
Liza.
amazing mama.
I love you
Keep
too,
doing
Liza.
all the things.
Right, girl. I'm trying to tell you. Like I said, when you have boys, teenage, and all kind of boys in your house, you gonna have Hurricane Katrina. Even a dog, she's just all over the place too. And I'm just like, oh, all right.
All right.
Oh, Arlita said they all right. Josiah is going through that growth spurt where now he not want to eat, but then then he waits the last minute and says he's hungry. So I don't know what's going on. So I gotta call Arlita. I'll call you. I'll
Here,
talk to you
Arlena
guys
girl right
later.
here.
Bye.
Arlena's right here.
Oh,
No, you
hi,
don't.
girl. I was just
No,
about
you
to call
don't.
you.
No, you don't. I told him don't ask me for shit.
He's been doing that. So all day yesterday he was with his dad, and I'm here at work till 8. I'm getting off of work. This boy is throwing a big fit in the back seat because he's hungry, but his dad was like, "There's food in there to eat," and he didn't want to eat at the time. So like when we got home, it was this whole fit. I don't want to deal with his hungry strike. What is going on with that child?
I don't know, but I told him don't ask me for shit.
He must be tired.
No, they're watching a movie. But I told him, don't ask me for nothing.
Well, I told them to eat before you came this morning, and they decided to do whatever the heck they wanted to do this morning. So I'm sorry
But
about
yeah,
that.
they're like, we just have croissants and I said, well, nobody said you just have croissants and jam.
That's what I said. I said croissant's not gonna fill you up. I said you're getting picked up by Auntie Arlita. You need to eat nothing. Did they listen? No. I don't know why he's not saying he's hungry when I know he's hungry. Like I don't know, unless he's constipated. I don't know what's wrong with that child.
No, he ain't. I just went to Dutch.
So he got pulled off his drink.
Girl, they had a kid sized drink. That ain't it.
Oh, I don't know why he's not eating. Then I don't know what's going on with him.
Yeah, man. I just told him, Deshaun's grilled cheese is done. I'm about to give him some fruit.
Okay, well then he gonna be hungry till we get home because we gotta catch the bus home. So I don't know what he thinking this is. I don't get free pizza at Domino's like that. It's not free. My lunch is free, but take home it's not. So I don't know what he's thinking that's happening.
I don't know, but I told him don't ask me for nothing. I said
I
don't ask me
don't.
for no snack because I'm willing to make them a lunch.
Well, no, I know that. Put him on the phone. Oh no, don't put him on the phone. I'm on live. Never mind. Let me not. Well, I'm off in like 3 hours. So is he going on hunger strike or what's going on with my child?
I don't know.
Whatever. I don't know. Well, I appreciate you, Arlita.
No, you're welcome.
I don't know. He just has to wait until we get home.
Yeah. That's his fault. Shit. I was like, don't ask me for. He goes, I know. No.
I don't know.
So, but Deshaun's getting grilled cheese.
So, someone said, y'all co-parent with each other. That's cute.
Oh,
Yeah, she's my baby mom. You know, we co-parent. We talk like regular, reasonable co-parents are supposed to.
here, Deshaun, at the table. It's not nothing big, but here.
He actually can sit at a table when he's with that co-parent. Ain't that something?
I know, right? He can have a grilled cheese and he can have fruit.
Yeah, he got
That
oranges and grilled cheese, no crust. Grilled cheese, no crust, and some yogurt.
That sounds amazing.
Yeah.
I need to stay away from cheese. That grilled cheese do sound fire though.
Yeah.
All right, well, I appreciate it. My lunch is almost over. I was supposed to call you because then I was like, when you text me, I was supposed to call you. And then I was like, wait up, she right here.
Yeah. Well, I had my phone on the charger for a minute, and then I just went to the room. I checked my phone. I was like, oh, she texted me, so I text you back, and then I saw Christy was still on live, so I was like, oh, let me hop in here. There you are. You're like, I gotta call her. I said, no, you don't.
No, I don't. I don't gotta call you today. I ain't gotta call you till Saturday when you bring me my boys so we can all go swimming.
I know. It's
It's
gonna be
gonna be
hot.
nice and hot. So please get your swimmings on and let's go.
Oh, I ain't getting no water. This black girl ain't getting no water, but I.
Okay, we can put our feet in. I'm not getting the water, but it's gonna be 90 something. And I need you guys to come because I gotta get a shady spot early because once those shady spots at my pool is gone, yeah.
Yeah, we coming. I'm off at 10, so
Okay, well we don't. We can start at like what noon?
yeah, I thought I'd have to get them from mom and dad and everything.
Okay, we could do noon swimming. I'll
Hmm.
bring my speaker, listen to the music. I'll see if I have any snacks yet, because I told you I had the stepsons over and his friend was over yesterday, so I don't know what's left in my kitchen, y'all. Mom! What? I miss you. I miss you too. Mom's on the line.
Aww. Aww.
You said you're not gonna
My
say
heart
hi.
just bursted.
Okay, I gotta go. Josiah, you wanna say hi? Because I gotta go back to work.
Josiah ran to the room. Him and Kyrie ran to the room.
Okay. Well, whatever. That child. Baby.
They
All right.
were
I
watching
love.
a movie.
Okay. I love you all.
Okay, I'll see you in like a couple
Mwah.
hours.
Okay. Yep. All right.
Bye.
Bye.
Uh-huh. Mm-mm-mm.
Full house over there.
Anthony's at mom and dad's.
Okay.
He said, I want to stay over here. Okay. Stay over there.
Right.
He saw Deshaun though. They gave him a hug and everything, but I had to get Kai and yeah. And then I gotta drop them off to her and then drive all the way out to Anthony's game. But my dad's taking him for a warm up, so that's a good thing. I don't have to like rush.
Right.
But your girl is tired. This rebel is not helping me. I mean, I don't know what it is. I probably shouldn't have went to bed super early last night, but I couldn't help it. I went into a food comatose. So that food was hitting. I had my last leftovers of the barbecue.
Mm-mm.
I was hitting. I went to bed by 7:45. I was gone.
Holy cow.
I was gone. No kids either. Yeah, it was quiet. It was quiet. Yeah. Oh, they just chilling. You washing dishes, I can tell.
Yeah, I'm about to start dinner. I'm about to get off of here. I'm gonna call you.
You gonna call me?
Yeah, I'm gonna call you. I think I'm gonna grab. We're gonna do a conference. I'm gonna grab Kat and I'm gonna call you. I'm gonna call you and grab her.
Let me put my phone right back on it. You call me right after.
Yep, I'm hanging up and I'm calling. I mean, I'm getting off of here. Somebody, I'm hanging up. I'm gonna let all y'all go and I'm gonna call our leader and cook my dinner. And we'll be back tomorrow.
Okay, I'll be waiting for your
I
call.
love y'all down real bad. Thank you for coming. We'll do it again tomorrow.